Okay, you're not going to believe this. I got this package in the mail today. It was a surprise. I didn't know what it was. Turns out that it was actually mailed to my daughter, whose name is Kat, and my name is Kent. And the address was smeared. And this was what was in the mail. I had shared this link with my kids just for giggles because I'd never seen anything like them before. And this is what came in the mail today, 2 days later. Radio sunglasses. And here's the thing. We need to figure out the date on this because if you'll notice, the manufacturer name is Montclair, New Jersey with no zip code. And there's no zip code here on this guarantee paper. So they didn't ask for a zip code, just city and state. So what would that be? 63, 62, 59? What? Somebody probably could respond and answer that question. That would give you an exact date, or excuse me, an exact year. But these are in beautiful, beautiful condition. They are just regular sunglasses. The lenses are in perfect condition. And here's the earphone and the volume, on, off, and volume. And then the battery clip snaps here. I've got to take that, be careful with that. I got to figure out what kind of battery it takes. And then the tuner is right here. And then there's a wire between the two edges. So don't have any idea what kind of speaker it has. But we're going to pop a battery in there and we're going to see if I have a button cell here. Sorry for the trash on the bench. I'm working on a fan motor for a good guy. Anyway, I've got a battery that may work. It's a 1.5, 1.4, 1.5 button cell, and that's what this takes according to the instructions. So we're going to try that, see if we can get any audio out of it. And let me see if I can get the battery cage open. And there we go. There it is. Yeah, it's a little corroded. But we'll see. So, yeah, so you can see down, oops, you can see down in there, oops. You can see down in there. Let me get focused. There you go. There's a little bit of corrosion right there on the negative side of the battery terminal. And the positive side is the big side. So let's just double check. We don't want to create any problems here with polarity. So let's see, it says insert the battery as illustrated. Yeah, so the positive side goes to the inside of the glasses, which is what we assumed. And so we'll do that. But notice there's no zip code here on these addresses, which is telling as to when this might have been produced. I don't see a code anywhere on the paperwork, like a date code or something. That might be a model number there. I can't make it out, but I'll zoom in. Oops, I'm sorry. I'll zoom in. There you go. I can't read that even zoomed in. And here's another one. Let me get this side. I'm trying to slip it in here where you can see it. There you go. Yeah, I can't read that. Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong. And let's see if we can read this one. All right, we'll zoom in. Something in UK. Number 0 13996. Okay, so made in the United Kingdom. And so let's zoom back out, see if we can get a little bit of scratchy noise out of this thing. I'm going to set the battery in there. And I don't know. I'm going to put them on, or at least put the earplug in. Okay, got the battery closed, but yeah, we're not making very good contact. It's not the exact battery, so it's not going to fit just perfectly. So what we can do is put in a external power supply here. We'll figure out how to hook up an external power supply. There we go. Okay. Sakes. All right, so we can hook up positive to this and negative to this and see if we can get some sound. Okay, the battery terminal's coming all the way out now. The battery compartment, and I'm really surprised that the battery compartment is in good a shape as it is. And it's not snapped off. That's pretty incredible. So we're going to have to handle that with kid gloves. So this would be the positive strip. I'm actually tempted to pull this screw out and pull that off so I don't break this terminal. Let's see if I can get this off here. There we go. Okay. Let's pull that off. That way we're not destroying something. Because this is not in the right place anyway. This should be up inside there like that so that it comes out. It wasn't popped in the right connection there. So we'll clean that chrome up. And but we can hook our positive to this terminal right here and our negative to this. There's a little bit of corrosion in there, but I don't think it's too bad. And then we'll listen on the earbud if we can hear any crackling or popping. So let's do that. Let's get a pair of test leads over here. And negative is in here. Let's turn the volume, turn the volume all the way up. And let's see, we may not be able to hear, but we'll try. Yeah, I have 0 milliamps. Yeah, we have 0 milliamps draw. I'm assuming we're making connection here. Okay, we do have 10 milliamps. Right there's 10 milliamps. Okay, I'm going to try to do this off camera. Okay, there we've got our milliamp scale. And because we're on a digital meter, we don't have to worry about polarity. That is polarity for the meter. We do have to be careful of the polarity of the radio. So let's touch the negative side there. And we're getting not even 1 milliamp. There we go. Less than a milliamp. 140 microamps, 130 microamps. I think I hear sound. So let me do this. I'm going to hook this up off camera, and we're going to stick this thing in my ear. And I'm going to hook this ground up somehow. This negative side up. Okay, I have audio. I have audio in the earpiece, and it's a buzz in the room here. Something, one of these lights or something in here is buzzing. It's not very loud, but I can hear it. If I could figure out how to amplify this sound for you, but you're just going to have to take my word for it that I do have a little bit of sound. And when I tune the tuning condenser here, I do get, it's very faint. There's no background noise like on radio hiss. Okay, we have crackling noises on the audio. So I don't know if it's a strong enough signal in the shack, or if we've got, electronic issues. So let's try this one more time with the direct power without the battery. Yeah, okay, so I do have a buzz. So here's what we're going to do. We were looking for an excuse to tear them apart anyway, weren't we? We wanted to take them apart to look and see how they have the electronics arranged in here. And we can do that safely. This is swollen. You can see that how this is swollen a little bit. So we'll remember that when we put it back together. We won't freak out. We couldn't get this compressed correctly. But this is swollen just a little bit. You can see the seam there. It's open just a little bit. This one's closed up nicely. And the pieces are off just a little bit. They're bent. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, this is bent up just a little bit. And I'm not sure where the adjustment occurs on that, but you can see that they're off. One is bent up and one is bent back, or whichever. So that would have to be adjusted if you were going to wear these every day. But I'm not going to, because they're too precious and fragile. This tube is pretty rigid. It does turn, but it should be able to turn pretty much to be able to get to audio. But I probably can replace this tube and it'll look original if I wanted to use these for an everyday pair of glasses. But since I wear glasses, I'm probably not going to wear these outside, and this will end up in a glass case in the Vintage Media Museum. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the bench cleaned up here, get this fan stuff off of here, get a nice clean bench to work from, and we'll do a tear apart. And so that'll be a separate video. But I did want you to see the radio sunglasses by Spectra International. And if you can offer some suggestions about the dates, I know we could probably look it up and see if someone has an estimate of when they were manufactured. But I'm just curious what you think about the Spectra International sunglasses, the men's style, and the women came in white and gold. These are black, obviously. So missing a little special label there, but beyond that, this is pretty incredible. The soft case, this is a soft case. It's got cushion in it, and it is in perfect condition. So the seller stated that his or her grandfather bought these back in the day. Yeah, I think it's because these were stored a certain way like that. That's why they're off, bent. I think they're made that way in order to be able to be stored. Yeah, they were stored this way, like this, and probably the heat and time and everything else has put a twist on the arms. And they may have been manufactured that way, that you just, you know, they're clearly out of alignment. But in any case, whatever. yeah, the lenses are in beautiful condition, and they'll clean up like brand new. So let's do a separate video on a teardown of this, see if we can get the audio to work. And in the meantime, I'll experiment on how I can try to get audio for you on the earplug. If this is a transducer that we could hook up to a little amplifier, or a little amplified speaker over here, we may be able to listen to it that way. And of course we could put a microphone on the end here, but I'm not sure how effective that would be. But we'll worry about that when we do a teardown on the Spectra radio sunglasses.